Hi everybody, Cynthia here. I am back with my Jingle Jangle Christmas series. Let me adjust my camera a little bit here. Okay. And today I am creating, oh, I love this little guy. These cute snowman head Christmas ornaments. Now I'm only turning about 3 of these guys into ornaments. The others I'm going to use as picks for flower arrangement. So I'm just going to put a dowel rod underneath here. And these are made from 3-inch styrofoam balls. So you're going to need a 3-inch styrofoam ball. I got these carrot noses at Hobby Lobby. Whoop, in a little bag. I'm using Snowtex. I have, you can use a needle and embroidery floss, red embroidery floss. I'm using an actual needle threader because this is sharp enough to poke through the material to create your ornament hook. You're going to need some white yarn if you want it to go around, kind of like, I got this thick white yarn here from Hobby Lobby. So I'm using this to create the hat rim. And then I got a little pom-pom for the end. And I got these on a pom-pom garland strand from Hobby Lobby. Should work for Hobby Lobby, I swear. And then I used 2 medium black gems for the eyes and 5 for the mouth. Now I've already gone through and did Snowtex on this side of my styrofoam ball, and you're going to want to get yourself a cup or something to set it in so that it can dry. And then you can go ahead and do the other side, and that's the side you want to do your face on while it's wet. You're also going to need a piece of material to create the hat, and the material, I sized it at 10 inches wide by 8 inches high. And we are going to make the hat right now. Let me put my nose aside, all my stuff aside here. Sorry, you know what? Let me put a mint or something in my mouth because, again, my voice is not that great today. Sorry, guys. Also, where's my little hot glue silicone finger protector? This is a no-sew hat, kind of like I did with my pill bottle gnomes. So this is the 10 inches by 8 inches. You're going to want to fold it in half. And honestly, it's better if you iron your material. I did not iron mine, but it's nice if you don't have any creases and it's nice and ironed. But you're going to fold it so the right side is on the inside and the wrong side is on the outside. Now at this point you could pin it. I'm not going to do that because I'm used to cutting material for hats. If you're not used to it, basically we're going to go up about 2 inches and we're going to cut an angle right to this point. This is the closed end, this is the open end. So if you want to pin your hat, you are more than welcome to do that so that your material does not shift. I am going to go ahead and cut mine. So I'm going up 2 inches and just angling right up. to create a point. So it should look something like this. I'm going to get my little silicone finger on. I'm going to pull this top layer over, get my hot glue, and start hot gluing the edge of my hat. Now I found this, I have these silicone fingers from the Dollar Tree. A lot of Dollar Trees do not have these. So if you're having trouble finding silicone finger protectors, I'll just post a link below to some on Amazon that I found. But these come like 3 in a pack. So if you're lucky enough to find them at the Dollar Tree, they're perfect. I'm just going to keep folding this over, running my hot glue along the edge, and pushing down. Sorry if you guys heard that buzzing noise, but my it's laundry day, guys. I'm doing laundry. And my dryer just went off. Okay. Again, pull. Glue all the way to the edge. And then press down. If you don't have a silicone finger protector, a lot of times I just go in, like I'll get my bone folder and I'll push it down with that and then just rub off the hot glue. You could use that as well. Okay, now what's really important is you want to check to make sure you got a good seal. So I just put my hand in with my finger, and now I'm pressing my finger up against this seal right here. I'm on the inside of the hat, and I'm pressing and I'm running it all along that edge that we just glued, because you want to make sure you got a nice seal and you don't have any holes. And once you're sure you have it sealed, I'm going to fold it up about a 1/2 inch, because I just want to have a little hem on my hat. And you want to fold it up nicely so that you have a 1/2 inch all the way around. And I'm going to go up underneath and just add a little hot glue on that edge and then press down. Hot glue underneath, press down, flip it to this side, same thing, hot glue underneath that rim and press down. These are so cute for craft shows, and I thought they'd make really cute gifts for Christmas. And I love snowmen, so I always try to make a couple every year. Some type of, different snowman. Okay, so now we have that. You're going to turn it inside out. And this tip's going to be kind of hard to get all the way out. So I just use a pair of pliers. And I don't pull all the way. I leave a little well here, because that's where I'm going to add my hot glue and my pom-pom in the end. Okay, so you're going to flip this around. And let me just grab one of these finished ones to make sure that my measurements are good. So the seam you want in the back. And because you have Snowtex on here, it's going to take a little bit to work it on. You want to pull down kind of far in the back. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be so cute. I love this little guy. Okay, so I know our hat's gonna work. Let me just set him aside and I'm gonna show you how I did the Snowtex. Pardon me. Okay, I want to give this a little stir. And I do not have any of my, I'm just going to use the other end of a paintbrush. I don't have any of my popsicle sticks available. I usually use that to stir it. I got this giant 16 fluid ounce Snowtex from Amazon. I will also post a link below the video for that. And let me get a wipey. Clean off my paintbrush right away. Okay. So you want to stir up your Snowtex. And then I just take a paintbrush. Like I said, I've already done this side. So I'm just going to take some on my paintbrush. And you're going to push it into the styrofoam. And you could get a pretty decent amount. Now you're going to want to go back and check once it's dry to make sure you don't have any holes before you actually really start decorating, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me set this down. Like this one here, I can see a little bit of styrofoam there, so I'm going to go in with more Snowtex there. And also, I see a little bit right in here between his eyes. So I'm going to just go ahead and add some more in here. Because you do not want, I mean, snowmen aren't perfect, but you do not want holes. You don't want to be able to see that styrofoam. And that looks really good now, so I'm going to let him dry. But anyway, you're going to want to do that. You're going to want to go through and double check that you have enough of the Snowtex layer on, that you're not having any holes. And you also want to make sure you're not lopsided. You want to make sure you have like the same amount all the way around. This is actually the fun part. It's very relaxing to just sit here. I don't know if any of you paint, but when I'm painting ornaments or using Snowtex, I don't know, I find it really relaxing. Could put on some Christmas music or some of your old favorite relaxing music. Sometimes I put classical music on when I'm crafting. I just find it very peaceful. And as you're putting this on, you not only want to spread it, but you want to kind of push down into the styrofoam to really make sure it's nice and sealed on there. And it's not going to flake off on you. Almost done, guys, and then we're going to start our face. But I love the Snowtex for making snowballs for some of my wreaths and flower arranging. I use smaller styrofoam balls and do the same thing, same technique. Okay, this guy looks pretty good. Okay, sorry guys, I know my batteries ran out on my camera and I was just finishing up painting the Snowtex and it looks pretty good, so I put it back in my cup and this is still wet. So this is the time where you want to add your carrot nose and your gems. The thing with Snowtex is I've gotten ornaments before where people just put the gems in the Snowtex and let it dry like that. That's fine, but I always like to back it up with some liquid glue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I got my first eyeball here. This is the medium one. I'm going to add liquid glue to the back of this. I'm going to look on my ball where I want my eye to go. Place it on. And then push it in. Okay, so now that liquid glue is going to dry clear, and then I know it's really going to stay on here. Alright, so let's get another one. Medium. Liquid glue in the center just to add a little bit of extra backup. Figure out where I want my eye to be. And the nice thing about this is if you're afraid to do this and you're like, oh, what if I mess it up? It's okay, because this stuff is still wet. So if you don't get your eyes exactly where you want them, you can move this around and then just go back in with your paintbrush and repair the Snowtex. Okay, so we got our eyes on. I'm going to figure out where I want my nose, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. Liquid glue. And this is nice because it has a little spike. Just for this reason, for you to do this. I'm going to press that in real good and let that dry. And that looks pretty good. Now for the smile, I have 5 gems. And what I did was I put my center one for the smile in first, and then I went out on both sides. So I'm going to try and pick up my smaller black gem, liquid glue, figure out where I want my smile to start, or the middle part to be. You know, you got to remember this is going to be your face that's going to hang this way. So you don't want to go too low with it. And this one I think I went a little lower than I want. So I'm just going to pick it up and push it up a little. And then I'm going to press that gem into the Snowtex. Now if you get a little bit of Snowtex on your gem, it's okay, because you can just take a wipe, like I'll show you on this one. I got a little bit of snow on here and I don't like that. So I'm just going to take a baby wipe and just kind of go in and scrape that off. Okay, same thing in this one, just wipe it off. And then you know it's on real nice. Okay, so those are just some in case you have those fears. Don't worry, you can always fix it. Liquid glue. And now I'm going to kind of go up with the smile a little bit. Just a little. Placing it about 1/4 of an inch away. Now I'm going to go ahead and put one on the opposite side, about 1/4 inch away from the center one. And you're making like a little U shape. I'm just kind of pushing down my snow again because I had bulked it up a little too much around the mouth. I don't like that. Okay. See, that's what's nice, that you're able to do this while it's wet. Okay. One more on each side. And then we're going to work on one that we already have dry. Again, I'm going up. Every time I put one on, I put one up a little higher, about 1/4 inch away. And that's it, guys. That's how I did the face. Okay, so he's going to dry. I'm going to set him aside. It takes a long time for these to dry. I would let it go at least till the next day. Like, paint these and then let them sit and really dry. And then flip it around and do the opposite side, you know, the following day. Let them dry and cure overnight. Okay. Let me clean this up a little bit because I got Snowtex everywhere. And we're going to finish up our hat. Let me wipe my hands too because I do not want any of the Snowtex on the material. Dry off my mat. Okay, so let's finish up the hat on this guy that I've already put him on. So in the back, when you get your hat positioned where you want it, you're just going to want to lift it up a little bit, hold it there, and add a little bit of hot glue under the rim. And then flop your material back down because you do not want this hat to move off of your snowman. So I'm going to do that on the back, and I'm going to do it right here in the front. Lift it up, glue under the rim, and then fold that material back down. And then I'm going to do it on each side as well. Fold it back down. Lift it up, hot glue underneath, and fold it back down. Okay, so let's get our yarn on. Let me get this hot glue string. I hate hot glue strings. Okay. Let's get our yarn on. So all I did was start with the yarn in the back, right by the seam. So you're going to want to put some hot glue. Start your yarn back here. Hold it down. And then run hot glue along your edge and press down. And I'm kind of pulling on it. as I'm laying it down as well. When you put it on, you just want to make sure you're covering this edge here so you don't see any red poking through under the yarn. I'll need another hot glue. Okay. Hold it down a minute. And then glue again all the way to the edge there. And I'm going to snip this off. And I don't want to overlap because that's going to be big and bulky. So basically, I'm going to put hot glue in here. And then hot glue on the edge here. And then press that yarn down into it. Okay. And then you can't really see where your seam is if you do it that way. Just kind of fluff it back up. Okay. Now, I have some fuzzies on here. Okay. If you see a little bit of red underneath here, just pull it back, pull back the yarn, and just add a tiny bit of hot glue, and then push the yarn down into it. Okay, so he's done. He's so darn cute. Okay, so now I just want to take my hat and fold it over and see about where I might want to add my ornament hanger. I think he's going to be, I kind of go in with my fingers inside. I think it's going to be right about here. Okay, in the center. So all I'm going to do is thread my needle. I just stuck my fingers right into my, oh my gosh, I have to show you guys. I just stuck my fingers right into the snowman we just made. Look what I did. I pulled his smile, his gem right off. So I'm just going to clean up the gem and repair him before it dries. Like I said, it takes a while for this stuff to dry, so I'll just repair him. But I had to show you guys. I make big boo-boos sometimes. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad this stuff doesn't dry quick or I'd be in big trouble. Okay. So I'm just going to thread my needle. Oh, I still have all that snow on me. I'm a mess today. Alright, let's thread him up. Alright, let's decide again. I think it's going to be right about here. And I'm going to poke it through from underneath. And then pull the thread through. Cut it off. Tie myself a knot. And that seems to be a long enough hanger. So I'm going to cut this off. Tie myself a knot underneath. And I want to pull that knot as close to the material as I can. And I like to do 2 knots. for the underneath part. So I try to move the knot like right on top of the other one. Alright, and then I'm going to snip that off. And now you have your little ornament hanger. Move that aside. Okay, so that's what it looks like underneath that. I'm going to pull it through. And it just hangs real nice like that. Now we're going to put our pom-pom on it. I'm going to cut one of these bad boys off. And right here in this little well, where I didn't pull the point exactly all the way out, I'm just going to add some hot glue. Press that pom-pom on the end here. And just kind of move the material around with your fingers. Really press that into the pom-pom. Just like that. It's so cute. I love them. I love Snowman. So this is what it looks like from this angle. Can you guys see him? He's so sweet. And that's it, guys. That's how I made my snowman head ornaments. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And if you guys give these a try and do a video, just tag me on the video at the Scrappy Bookworm 1, because I would love to see how yours turned out as well and what you put in yours. I was thinking he'd look cute with a little holly leaf here, maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I just think they're so cute. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and happy crafting.